Town of Oliver Springs City Council meeting for Thursday, April the 20th is now called to order. Roll call, Joe.
Robert Miller, Jeff Bass, Kenny Brown,
Here.
Teresa Van Hook, Terry Holland,
Here.
James Brunswick. We have three, we have a quorum.
All right. Mr. Joe, will you lead us in the Lord of prayer, please?
Our Father, we thank you for this day, and we come to thy throne of grace and mercy, and we offer humble thanks for all that you have given us, especially the saving grace through your Son, Jesus Christ. We pray for this town council and its employees and our citizens that we would seek you and your wisdom as we attempt to lead and manage and follow the resources that you have given us. We pray for your wisdom for this town council. We pray for our servicemen and women at home and abroad, that you would give them peace and comfort. We ask all these things in thy Son's name. Amen.
Amen. Pledge. Attention, salute, pledge.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Approval of the minutes from April the 6th.
Make a motion to approve.
Make a motion. Do we have a second?
I'll say.
Any discussion?
Yeah, I've got one thing. Joe, comments from the mayor, and it's got to do with Corey's pay. It don't make sense. It says $1,148 per month.
I think a little error.
Yeah, you're only making $7 an hour.
Yeah, $28.50 an hour. That's what it should be.
You want to change to $28.50 an hour?
Yes.
Okay, is that a salary or is that an hourly wage with a time clock?
It should be hourly.
With a time clock?
Yes.
It was 28.
$28.50.
We need to include the Beer Board minutes in that too. Because technically I'm not comfortable in signing them
Okay.
unless they've been approved. Although they said in the Beer Board we can do it. And, because we're the same.
So we add them to the minutes as well?
And I'll just stick it in the motion.
Okay. Do we need another motion for that, Joe?
No, we just do it all at one time.
Okay. Any further discussion? Roll call, Joe?
Kenny Brown,
Here.
Terry Holland,
Yes.
James Brunswick. Yes. Passed.
This time, do we have any delegations from citizens? If so, please step to the podium and present your name.
I'm Barry Alston. I live on Cox Street up in Cox Circle up in Tuckertown. And the reason I'm here is we're getting a lot of 1, 2, 3 o'clock in the morning four-wheelers, loud radios. They're loud anyhow, but running up and down the street, it's a one-way street. They're coming up the wrong way. It's getting to where it's just getting unreal. And I don't know if there's an ordinance about what time they're supposed to shut down. And if there is, I'd like to see that enforced or something. It's just, we live right up there in the midst of it, and they're back and forth, it's 90 miles an hour all the time.
Okay.
And it's just getting unreal.
All right, I'll get with Chief Laxton and we will aggressively patrol that. And I don't know about the ordinance right off the top of my head, but
I've always heard that for years. There's really no good signage in telling these people, you know, it's only got that little bit one way. Then it doesn't really have, I think they had some kind of arrows telling them where to go. I think sometimes
Maybe do not enter, but even then, they're still, I mean, out at 2 o'clock in the morning. I thought there was always something dusk to dawn. But there's no reason at 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning, they got 70,000 acres. They come to forward with them while they're running up and down the road.
for sure.
Unfortunately, your neighbors kind of rent.
Yeah, now that's started
too, you know.
So I'm gonna, when that starts getting out of hand, I'm just gonna have to start calling, I guess, because, I'm not opposed to anybody making money.
Right.
But we do live, there's some of us that do live there.
Maybe if you get that guy to gotta talk to him or something and tell
Well,
him.
he just opened his, so it's only been a couple weekends. I'm thinking about just pulling my old Dodge out in the middle of the road and shut it off, and I figured that would stop them coming up through there.
I have thought about maybe talking to the new city manager, talking to Chief Laxton about putting up, please be respectful signs. Some of us do live here.
Yes.
I appreciate the mountain and the revenue it brings in. However, I also appreciate every citizen of our town and the taxpayer that we are responsible to. So I will get with Chief Laxton and we will aggressively enforce that. Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Question, are these licensed vehicles? Do you know?
They're four-wheel,
All the four-wheelers and UTVs.
If they're forward, they're not out on the road after dark.
so it's after dark, so dusk to dawn.
If they're not licensed with headlights, taillights, and a license, then we've got a code on that.
Well, anyway, but it's still a long way straight, and 2 o'clock in the morning, it doesn't matter whether, I don't think it's a ticket. If they're running their music loud mothers, it isn't.
Yeah, I understand that. But then, like I said, if it's a four-wheeler and you don't have a headlight or a taillight, then it's illegal.
Thank you for your concern. I appreciate it.
Hey guys,
Yes, sir.
I'm Jason Fairchild. I'm a lifelong resident down here in Olive Springs. I've got family members down here in cemetery, is what I was going to talk about. Every time I go down there, there's more damage done to the markers and headstones, and when they do mow, they cover up the stones, and and you don't even know they're there because they're covered up with stones. Who takes care of the?
So I got with Rusty, he's sitting back there, he's the Public Works Director, and yesterday we went down to the cemetery. So it's the inmates that you see on the 4-lane. We get 4 inmates every day from Morgan County Regional Correctional. They do a majority of all the mowing here in the town. And I'm gonna tell you, the 4-lane, the parks, typically look amazing. I mean, those men, they love this town, they take pride in it. So I met Rusty down at the cemetery yesterday, and
Have you walked through it? Have you seen all the damage done?
well, we did, and I would gladly meet you down there. We'll gladly meet you, and let's
Yeah,
walk it.
I've got pictures where they run over my concrete barrier. They run over it and they're knocking the edge off of it, and they're knocking the corners off. They're knocking the corners out of the, we just had my cousin, Joe Ray Strickland, to put his marker down there, and it wouldn't, the next time over, it was pushed up out of the ground.
Okay,
I just wonder,
for sure. So what?
I mean, they don't take no respect for our property down there. They may out here on the highway where they've been looked at, but somebody's not looking at them down here. No, they're turning it all to pieces.
Okay. Well, we will address it, like I said, and I apologize if.
Well, I've been taking care of 2 lots. We got 2 lots down there, Strickland and Fairchild. And I've been taking care of them ever since my baby girls died, back in '93. So I've been taking care of my spot and other spot, and it should be not no more run across it, I don't see riding a lawnmower across my lot, our lot down there.
Yeah.
Fairchild's lot.
If after this meeting or tomorrow, I will gladly meet you down there. If I give you my
If I
number.
can.
Yeah, and we'll work out a solution.
All right, I mean, golly bum, we need to respect our people's property.
For sure.
I mean, they spend a lot of money for that stuff.
Absolutely.
And, and I don't want to see any more damage, especially to mine. I don't want to see no damage to nobody.
For sure.
But especially mine, and I'm just upset about it.
See me after the meeting, we'll go down there.
Yeah.
Thank you.
After today?
Today or tomorrow? Or
Yeah, I just got through mowing grass, and I've been service call all day. For sure. I'm ready to go home.
All right.
But I appreciate you guys. I really appreciate y'all listening to me
Yep.
and taking the time.
For sure.
Thanks.
Thank you. Anyone else at this time? Delegation, citizen delegation?
I said my piece.
All right. So at this time, the mayoral update, we need to call an executive session real quick. So sidebar over to the side, and we'll be back in a few minutes.
You take any with us?
So the mayoral update this time, Saturday, I'm excited to announce that we are going to try and have our earth cleanup day from 8 o'clock to 12 o'clock. I'm really calling for rain. We've never had a cleanup day in the town of Oliver Springs, and I want to personally say thank you for Mr. Williams and Mr. Officer Williams and Officer Laxton, Chief Laxton. I apologize, a little discombobulated for taking that and running with it. So Saturday morning, looking forward to that, assuming that we don't have a rain out.
It's 22nd.
Yes, sir, the 22nd. So we'll meet at the city garage, and then we'll go from there.
What time?
8 a.m. to 12. So, yeah. Cleanup is the end of this month, the last week of this month, the first week of May. So that's coming up. Also, if I were to have a quote to leave everyone with today, it would be Charles Dickens said, "These are the best of times and these are the worst of times." And I would love to share with you a huge win, but I'm going to hold off a week until we make sure that we can confirm the numbers. But I'll say this, the water loss rate is, we're getting a handle on it, folks. We are. And I'm excited about what Corey's doing. I'm excited about what Teddy's doing. We've had complete buy-in. I mean, even from the street crew, the inmates. I mean, I'm talking everybody's all hands on deck. And I'm excited. As your mayor, I'm excited about that. And I'll explain more in a couple of weeks. So at this time, Corey.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. A couple of things, council members, you have a sheet in front of you. We're going through and updating the employee files and also building a council file. So if you just take the time to update that, get that back to Wendy or myself, you don't have to do that tonight, just at some point here in the future. Another thing, Roane County is looking at hiring a planner. Currently, our planner, we work with East Tennessee Development District. I believe our cost that we pay them is around $7,500 a year. So with the county hiring a planner, I think that salary will be around $65,000. The county will cover $22,000. The cities will pick up the rest of that salary. So you're looking at about $14,500 would be the burden of the city. So that's something to look at here in the next few weeks.
Do you know when we need to make a decision on that by, Corey? Or can you get with Wade Creswell, the county mayor, and find out when exactly?
They're looking at hiring, first of fiscal year, so they're looking at hiring July 1st.
Okay.
I know this is something we don't have to do, but I would seriously consider it. I think it would be a real asset to have a planner local.
So I meet, every quarter meet with Wade Creswell and the other city mayors. Wade is our county mayor for Rome. He's a phenomenal guy, great guy. He has a very clear vision for Rome County and the cities of Rome County, and I'd love to have a planner that has our best interest and the county's best interest at heart. So going forward, we definitely need to take a hard look at that.
The other thing, a rate study. We've been in contact with Jackson Thornton. Engagement letter has been submitted, and they have already sent the data request to us. You're looking about a 2-week time frame for us to get all the information back to them. Once they receive that, probably look at another 4 to 6 months before they can complete that rate study and get back with us. So that's not a short-term thing. This is going to be, it'll get in the next fiscal year. So other than that, we began the budget process, early stages of that. The mayor mentioned spring cleanup, April 24th through the 28th. That'll be the eastern side, which is Anderson County. And May the 1st through the 5th, which would be the west side, which would cover downtown, Jerome County. Other than that, any questions?
Just curious, you kind of caught me off guard on this city,
Oh, yeah.
on the, would you say a planner
Yes.
for the county?
Yes.
How does that,
But they'll work, it'll be the county planner, but they'll work with each city.
Yes.
as to what now, your job or?
That's instead of the state.
It's planning commission, that means on Mondays.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
okay, that's the our planning commission, can meet with them for industrial, okay.
Yes.
Absolutely.
And so what this new county position would do is they would do a countywide assessment and then a city assessment inside of the county and try to bring about one vision for everyone, and then we work towards that end goal. Yeah.
And then any other city-specific projects that we may have.
Correct.
Okay, and this is, does this come out of our pocket money wise or
If we agree to that, I mean, you're looking at 14,000.
So,
14,000 a year?
yeah, we already pay $7,500 to East Tennessee Development District, I believe, is what we pay, and ladies, Catherine Baldwin. It might be time.
Well, I mean, is it gonna be on top of that then?
No, it would be, right, we would be replacing her. Yeah.
Okay. All right, that's a little better understanding what you, for me, thank you.
You said 7,500 versus
14,000, yeah.
to double.
Any further questions? Any comments from board members? Mr. Brent?
Yeah, I'd like to comment, kudos to the crew that did the landscaping over on the west side, over the 4-lane there, before we turn in to go to the garage. It's been something I've been wanting to get done for quite a while. I appreciate that, man. It looks good. And all the hard work too that you put into it. And it's a simple thing, but that little mound of dirt, I just seemed like it popped up every time you turn by there. It didn't look right. Now you got access to go across that and use the lower equipment better. Other than that, that's good. That's it for me. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Brown. Mr. Hall?
Are we prepared? I noticed several cities has got that, their IT stuff,
Ooh, yeah.
piracy, or whatever you call it.
Yeah.
We covered, I think Oak Ridge spent $500,000 to get those straightened out.
Yeah. So that is something that we definitely need to take a hard look at. Just recently, Rocky Top had their computer server hacked and held ransom. Oak Ridge was unbelievable malware, and I thought the number was closer to $1 million that they spent just trying to fix the hack. It could easily happen to Oliver Springs. Corey, if you would, maybe this coming week, or Chief Flaxton, get with Corey, and let's, we don't need to be held ransom, if at all possible. So, good call.
And I guess I preach this every time. I mean, we're one of the few to get everybody just put their stuff out in the street and get it hauled off for practically free. There's no excuse somebody have a yard full of brush or just trash when you can drag it out the road.
Yeah, for sure.
And they are doing brush, aren't they, Rusty? Just do it right direction, smaller, 3 inches, all that kind of thing. That's all I got.
Thank you, Mr. Holland. Mr. Brummett?
Nothing to say,
Thanks, sir. Update from Chief Flaxton.
To give you a chance to meet him, I know in your last council meeting, y'all voted to take Officer Matthew Murray, who just recently completed the Tennessee Law Enforcement Training Academy. I want to bring him forward to introduce himself to you, so if you have any questions.
Hello, I'm Officer Murray, Matthew Murray. I'm the new guy here. thank you for letting me come join the team. I'm really excited to see what it brings.
For sure. Thank you, Mr. Murray.
Yeah.
Pleasure to have you. They even got you some ice cream tonight, didn't they? Now, Chief, we have one at the academy right now, is that correct?
Yes, Officer Ashley May is at Knox County's Regional Training Academy. She's got a few more weeks to go. She just recently started. Next item I have for you is Stephanie Hamby. She is a dispatcher that has met her probation, and it's my recommendation to remove her. If you have any questions, she's been here for us a little while, but she was part-time. She recently made it to full-time.
Hello, my name is Stephanie Andy, and thank you for having me. I'm excited about all the new things I'm going to get to learn.
Sure. Now, do we need a motion or a second? Yeah, I thought so, yeah. So can we have a motion to hire her full-time now?
Make a motion to hire.
Okay, second.
I'll second.
Any discussion?
Are you a handy from Wartburg?
No,
No.
I'm from Rockwood.
Okay.
I'm figuring a lot of them out there.
All right, roll call, Joe?
Kenny Brown,
Yes.
Terry Holland,
Yes.
James Brown.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Thank you.
The only other thing to let you know on the question Mr. Holland had is most of our technology is farmed out. So when we come in for our police servers, all of our reporting system and everything is branched off with Anderson County server system. Anything that comes in with our cloud system, we're backed up through Google. When it comes to the court and taxes, it's backed up through local government out of Chattanooga. And I'm wanting to think N-Court has their own remote site. So we actually do not maintain any servers here on site. The only server we have is for internet for all the offices. There's a separate one at my police department, and there's one here. So if our server is ever attacked, the worst thing that they can do is take over our computers. We like to unplug, probably buy new computers, and then go forward from there. But we don't have an information sharing software for that. So there's not really anything that they can attack here. If they do, they're attacking other locations that has their own. It's all farmed out.
That's good to know.
So bigger's not always better.
Correct. So in our area, it's cheaper for us to basically farm out and use remote servers in other locations rather than having our own here. It's just cheaper in the end. Oak Ridge being so much larger, they maintain their own server at their site. We used to quite a few years ago, but we left and partnered with Anderson County 911 and the Sheriff's Department. So we're actually with them, so they would actually have to attack them first to get to us.
Good to
Who is it in Chattanooga we're with? Who else in Chattanooga we're with?
The local government, Citrus Computers that does the taxes and the courtware.
And we provide utility billing software too.
Yes.
Thank you, Chief. Mr. Bailey?
So for me, it's just more of a point of kind of conversation and information. The city's currently under a burn ban along with all of the state of Tennessee. Us, ourselves, we're a municipality, so we don't fall under any really state mandates unless the governor issues it, but I follow with Tennessee Forestry. So sometimes some people ask, hey, how do you come up with the fact that we're under a burn ban? I follow Tennessee Forestry's advice on if they're issuing permits in the area. I also follow the National Weather Service. So if they throw out a red flag warning, we put a burn ban in place. The thing that doesn't hardly ever cover is recreational fires and cooking fires. So if they've got an outdoor fire pit, they've got an outdoor fireplace, does not cover those. They don't even have to get a permit for their stuff. So it's just kind of a point of information for you guys. That's all I got.
When they release it, how do you find out?
So when they release it, usually it's due to weather. We got
I mean, how to get notified, I guess.
Yeah, we send out Facebook, and then the dispatch knows to really start issuing it again because people just call in and stuff.
Are you a TV watcher of Fire Country?
No, I'm not.
You're not?
No, sir.
Popular show on television.
I don't watch it. All right, thank you, sir.
Thank you, Chief. Do we have any old business at this time? All right, new business, one item. Discuss and possibly approve a resolution to authorize an accrual study to determine the liability associated with allowing members with 1 year service credit in the Tennessee Consolidated Retirement System to establish retirement credit for time during which such members were employed by political subdivision in accordance with Title 8, Section 34 through 37 of the Tennessee Code annotated. Yes. Corey.
This is also a time, well, currently we have one employee that wants to sign up on TCRS. It's also a time if we have any other employees, they can also sign up here as well. This is something I recommend we do, and I have really no issues with it.
I think specifically it was for Jeff Buren, is that correct, Teddy?
Yes.
Yeah, Jeff had opted out, but now would like to see the viability of opting in to the system and what it would take for him to bring himself current. I think there's a, $500 cost associated with that, Corey? I think that's what it is, or maybe $600 cost to have the study done. I'm not
Having
sure.
the study done, yes.
Yeah.
But I'm not sure what the buy-in is. That'll be based off of
Right, what they find.
comes out of the study.
So if you all will approve the make a motion in a second to approve the study for Jeff and any other member to opt in.
Is there a cost to the taxpayer?
Yes, $500. So one-time fee.
I mean, it's not a reoccurring thing, it's just a
No,
one-time
it's
fee.
just a one-time, yes.
One
I thought
possible.
somebody said it was $700, not that it makes
Was
a
it?
difference.
I don't remember. It was the last meeting we had when it got shelved. I think it might have been on it. Thomas was really overseeing that, and but we can get that.
Not that $200 makes a huge difference.
If nobody wants it, then we wasted $700?
That is correct.
I'm just
Or,
saying.
well, they may want it, but they may end up having to spend several $1,000s to buy back.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I'm just saying that not the solution, but I don't understand what this actually does for the employees.
It basically tells them that, yes, you are able to opt back into the system and how much it'll cost you to opt back into the system. So
It's a cost evaluation.
right, it's a cost evaluation. But there's no guarantee that Jeff or anyone else would buy in. I mean, and the city would be out $500, $700.
So this has to do with the retirement, right?
That is correct. The Tennessee Consolidated Retirement System, TCRS.
And it's strictly up to the employee to get involved in it.
That is correct. It is.
Do we match our funds or anything like that?
We do. Yes.
Or are we doing it now?
Yes, we are.
That this will be on top of that?
No, Jeff opted out of the system many, many, many years ago, and now that he is on the brink of retirement, it's like, maybe I should opt back in. So,
I mean, there's a minimum, sometimes you gotta be in this program so many years to even get
well,
any benefits.
the good thing about Tennessee is the way that they're set up. Even if you have 30 years of service, then you opted out, they will allow you to go back and retroactivate the date back to your
Hiring day.
yes, your hiring date, but it's going to cost them a lot of money, like hundreds of thousands of dollars, but or 100,000, 150, whatever. It's going to cost them a lot of money, but I mean, he could second mortgage his house or whatever into the system and then retire, and it would be a stroke of genius move. So
In other words, he's gonna have to update his, catch himself back up himself.
himself, not us.
We're not matching anything, we never have to match nothing.
Not that I'm aware of.
I haven't studied it, but I would have a thought that if an employee wished to buy back in, The town currently, if you put $1 in, the town matches it out of the tax dollars that's in the budget. So logically, if I want to buy back in and I put in $10,000, would the town be obligated to match it? But that would be something the study probably would tell us, and something that we'd want to make sure
Correct.
that either my analysis is right or wrong, or maybe the employee, I could put in 10,000, the town could decline, instead of getting say, $2 a month retirement, I just get one. Because your retirement plans are based on the revenues contributed over your many years of service by you and by your employer. And if your employer doesn't match it, your total investment is roughly half. And so your payout would be roughly half. Now, that's in general business terms, but what I'm thinking of is what specifically does the Tennessee Consolidated Retirement System have as far as its contract?
What do we have right now?
You know, if we did the study and it took X dollars for Mr. Buren to buy back in or anybody else, the town might vote to match it, the town might vote not to match it, the town may be obligated to match it if he matches it, the town may be in a situation where it would not have to match it, but he could certainly pay in. I don't know the answers to that. I just know the questions at this point.
Right now, the current system is TCRS, the Tennessee Consolidated Retirement System, is what the city offers our employees.
And is everybody on it but one?
As far as I know, yes.
Everybody but one?
As far as I know.
Has he expressed that he's interested?
He has. Yeah,
It's the whole point, yeah,
Yes.
that's what this is.
yeah, really it's for Jeff.
Yeah.
So,
Maybe Teddy or Rusty want to chime in as far as a good thing to work at 500.
When you get hired in here now, it is mandatory that you sign up for the retirement money. But when it come up back in the 80s, it wasn't mandatory. You could opt out of it. And he was young back then, he didn't think of anything. So he opted out of it, and never did get back in. So,
What's a pay scale usually now on employees?
an employee pays 5% of his paycheck
Okay,
a week.
and we match it.
Town of Olive Springs covers 5.47%.
Yes, I think the town matches it toward the end of the year when you get ready to retire, so. That would be a better question for Lana or somebody like that. I really ain't sure about that.
thank you, Teddy.
That's a 60-day wait period too.
Well, I feel like if he's willing to contribute his big part, I'll make a motion to do it.
Yeah, I feel like we probably should, you know, Jeff, I mean, career Oliver Springs guy, and, I mean, like Teddy said, he was young, made a mistake, and let's see if he can correct it, and if not, then we'll know going forward, we'll have the information that we can tell others, so.
Yeah. I'll second, but I'd say that 60-day waiting period to the opportunity to get to study. So you're looking, you know, down that road, and then from there, we don't know what the waiting period would be, do we?
No.
Okay, I'll second it.
Okay, so we have a motion, we have a second. Any further discussion? Roll call, Joe?
Kenny Brown,
Yes.
Terry Hall,
Yes.
James Brumman. Good. Passed.
So at this time, we will not adjourn the meeting. We will call a recess, and we will take this meeting up next Tuesday at 7 o'clock to finish our business. So,
Need a motion and a second.
so we need a motion and a second to recess, and then we will pick it back up next Tuesday, and we will publish it in the papers and everything that needs to be done to hold a,
Tuesday at 7 o'clock?
yes, sir.
And that's, what day is Tuesday?
That is
25th.
Okay, Tuesday.
the 25th, April 25th. So we need a motion to,
I'll make it.
we have a motion, do we have a second?
Second.
Second. Any discussion? Roll call, Joe?
Kenny Brown,
Yes.
Terry Hall,
Yes.
James Brother.
All right. At this time, we're now recessed.
Will the other members be aware of this?
Yes, I will make them aware tomorrow.